What's up, guys? And welcome back to the Storm X Storm show. I'm your host, Apex Rebel X, and today you might notice that there's a little bit of a difference between me and the last video that I submitted. Well, that's mainly because I was starting to come under the weather a little bit, and on top of that, my face was showing. And I just have a thing where I don't like my real face to be known. Okay? Anyone who knows me will actually tell you I'm the type of guy who likes his privacy. That's the whole reason why I use a nickname and a mask. Is if if I cannot use the bathroom in my front yard without over half a dozen cameras trying to see what the content of my feces is, it's just not private enough. I have to be able to take a dump in my front yard. But quite frankly, who doesn't, right? So uh, aside from the fact that my face was fully exposed, so I'm having a little bit of a wardrobe malfunction here. There we go. So aside from my face being exposed, I was also starting to come down with a severe head cold, and I'm still kind of suffering from it. But in the words of many great ones before me in the realm of filmmaking, the show must go on. So if you hear me cough or whatever, just know, yes, I am still sick and I am still doing this shit. So, uh, pretty much right off the rip, I want to talk to you guys about something that has to do with uh, some of the issues I had in the previous video during the recording session. It was not my best quality work, and there were certain key elements there that made me very, very uncomfortable. Um, these were things that I have not done in quite a few years. So I had to kind of push myself, and I believe I pushed a little too hard with the way I was hosting, standing up and, uh, trying to get these different off the wall angles, if you get my meaning. And the fact that I was relying solely on lighting from these LEDs you see behind me, uh, there were just a lot of elements there. And even though I released the first episode, it was a good first try, you know. Even though I released that episode, I still had to attempt to build my confidence up somehow. Because throughout the entire video, I was extremely shaky because I'll be honest with you, doing this makes me very nervous. No one is supposed to know the face of Apex Rebel X. At least not the real face. I have a few animated characters who bear my face, but most people rarely see it. Um, so with that being said, uh, I want to talk to you guys about confidence. You know, what is true confidence in your ability? Okay. Do you feel like, just for example, My girlfriend, JJ420, recently got me into doing tattoos. And this is the first tattoo she ever did on me. There's many more, I assure you, that you don't see at the moment that you probably will in later episodes. Um, excuse me. So, pretty much, um, JJ and I have gotten into watching a particular competitive tattooing show, and we were watching some of the episodes today, and I can't really say the name of this competition, but just know it is a tattooing competition and is a big name competition for most any tattoo artist. Um, Seriously, there are artists out there who dream of being on this show. Uh, but anyway, we were watching these episodes earlier, and each of the episodes were becoming harder and harder challenges. And there came a challenge where one of the contestants became petrified of it and nearly quit, all because she doesn't tattoo in color. Ah, this girl does not do tattoos in color. And in this episode, she even mentions she hasn't done color in forever since she first got started. Displaying lack of confidence like that, even if it's just for the sake of honesty, it's not a good thing. You know? And something I have always felt personally is to be good at what you do, you just simply need to keep this one reality in mind. No one is ever the best, nor is anyone ever the worst. Therefore, expect only from yourself the confidence to win, even if you lose 1,000 times over. Always remember that deep down inside of you is the confidence needed to take that raw talent, filter it through potential, and then produce it into a skill. Nothing is ever granted to us overnight. I've been literally chasing this dream for close to 13 years now. For 13 years, I decided indefinitely what I wanted to do. And I'm still chasing it. I have worked many a dead end jobs to get to where I am today. I have worked for less than minimum wage for the sake of chasing this dream. I have even been homeless while chasing this dream. The hard times that I have been through were not to break my spirit, but to challenge my strength, to challenge my skill, my potential, Do you have what it takes to persevere? Or are you just simply left behind? I have a bit of a confidence issue. I do not like for people to know my true face. I would much rather wear a mask and an outfit and have my privacy. Because, in all honesty, guys, I'm not doing this realistically for anything other than the fact that I enjoy entertainment. I enjoy writing. I enjoy animating. I enjoy video games. I enjoy entertainment. And I would love for the opportunity to let you guys step into my world, to step into my stories, these stories that I have written over the course of my entire life so far, plus a whole lot more life to go. I'm going to be around for a long time. Because for those of you who have not figured it out yet, X is a variable meaning infinite possibility. Therefore, as Apex Rebel X, I truly believe myself limitless. For the only limitations that destroy us in the end, the only limitations we have are the ones we put on ourselves. You work hard, but you can't do it. No excuse. Don't just do the work and hope you can do it. Know you can do it. Know that the purpose of humanity is evolution. We are the genetic combination of every other dominant species on this planet, molded into one perfect being. For we are, at the end of the day, God's children. And God made man in his likeness. I'm not trying to Bible thump. We're going to take a short break, and then we'll be back. What's up, guys, and welcome back. Sorry about the break, but in the chance that you might have had to watch a few ads, that's actually how we get paid. So that way you guys can watch our stuff for free. And before you ask, yeah, I had to adjust the formation of my mask a little bit so that way I could breathe a little easier. Hence, I was kind of getting choked up during that last part. But to continue on about uh, what topic I was actually kind of grilling on. Uh, I don't mean to Bible thump anybody, but you know, people lose confidence in themselves so quickly and over the most meaningless of things. Uh, for example, I like my privacy. I I am the type of guy who does not do entertainment simply because of the money per se or being famous. I'm not doing it for any of that. I'm doing this show and creating animations and voice acting for some of my animations. I am literally doing all of this because I enjoy what I do. And I hope to eventually take care of my family with it. You know, Me and JJ, we both have two very beautiful little boys. You know, they are our whole world revolves around these boys. One's 7 and about to be 8, and one's 3, about to be 4. You know, love these kids. Do anything in the world for them. But one thing I am trying to do is lead by example and show them it is perfectly okay to dream and to pursue your dreams, but you gotta be willing to take the hits that's gonna come with it, because God don't hand you nothing on a silver platter. You know, God's like some of us 90s kids who were brought up by our grandparents or people within our grandparents' generation, or just brought up old fashioned. You want something, you're gonna have to work for it. You're gonna have to bleed. There are times where you are going to want to quit and give up. Lord knows, I went through my fair share of them. Still do from time to time. In this crazy ass world we live in, in all honesty, I think people could do with some entertainment. A break away from the reality of life lately. You know, and that's what I love doing is I love bringing joy. I love telling stories that can keep you on the edge of your seat or scare the ever-loving Jesus out of you. No matter what your niche is, I I want to meet that niche. You know, I want to take my stories and my ideas and either scare you to death, make you fall in love, make you cry, or I want to take your mind and bring it into my world. A world of imagination. A world that you don't ever have to worry about judgment. You just sit back and enjoy. You know? And I think that's what a lot of people's problem is nowadays. A lot of people don't have that confidence to say they can do this. Because I even know from experience, you will get told you cannot do something more times than anyone will ever tell you you can do something. You you will face trials like you never believe. And I know I'm starting to sound a little bit like a preacher man here. It doesn't help. I'm kind of probably a little bit dressed up for you guys, but this is just my style. This is the way I like to dress. It's not just for, work. This is something that I wear on a regular. And to me, it makes me feel good. That I look good. That I'm healthy. That I'm well presentable. Even if I am entirely overdressed. I absolutely love dressing like this. You know, uh, one thing's for sure. Uh, you have to be original. Don't be like somebody else. You know, just because Jay-Z is a rapper, that doesn't mean you go and try to be the next Jay-Z. Don't go and try to be the next Jay-Z. Go and try to be the next you. Because that's what it's going to take for your dreams to come true is that's just the key point. They're your dreams. They don't belong to Jay-Z. They're your dreams. So you pursue them. Jay-Z's already out there. He's already done his thing. It's time for you to do yours. And quite honestly, a lot of people won't do for themselves. They'll either say, you know what, I'm going to just leave it in God's hands. Or they'll say, look, I ain't got time for that right now. I got this to worry about. I got that to worry about. You know, they're always putting excuses forward. Stop coming up with reasons why something can't be done. And better yet, come up with reasons why it can be done. Give yourself a reason why it can be done, why it will be done. And you will be amazed. You know, I'm to a point right now where I never thought I would be actually on a camera, recording, talking with you guys. I never thought in my life I would be to this point. I know damn well I was told a lot that I wouldn't. I was always told, there's a million other people like you. And that may be true. But I'm the only me. I'm the only Apex Rebel X there'll ever be. And thus, that makes me something that nobody can ever destroy. Because in my mind, I am nothing more than an idea. Hence, I'm uncomfortable with you seeing my face. It's because an idea, it does not come with a face. An idea is thought. When you have an idea, you see it in first person or third person. However, you may see your idea, you do not see yourself. And so, I have institutionalized the metaphor to my name. I am an idea. I'm real enough to touch, but you shall never know my face. You shall never know. So, another thing that I kind of wanted to talk about, and this flows in line with the issue of confidence, is there is such a thing as overconfidence. And some of y'all know what I'm talking about, where you got this mentality that you are the best, of the few and the proud. Hoorah! You know, stop thinking you're the best, because you're not. You're really not. You can be incredible at what you do, but you are never the best. Out of a population of well over 7 billion, 7 trillion people, you know, out of the entire human race, nobody can ever truly be the best. We are a species that's been around for thousands of years now. You know, we're a species that is, not new to change. We are a species that takes what it does and with each generation improves upon it. However, we also have the destructive capability to take those same walls and tear them down, to take those same ideas and tear them down. God truly made us in His image. However, here is where we are imperfect. Of all the great ideas, of all the wonderful gestures, we live in a world where 90% of humanity has turned itself against itself. Brother versus brother, nation versus nation, My God says your God is a heathen, a devil. Can we stop with the division? The only thing that should be diverse about the human race already exists. The fact that we come from different parts of the world, from different walks, different backgrounds, the diversity is already there. And it's meant to be beautiful. It's meant to make us beautiful people. But somehow y'all have all lost your way. And I'm sad to see that. But something you should know, and this is what kind of falls in line with the confidence. There are people out there who think they are so good at something that they can never be beat at it. And from time to time, when those people get caught up in their own tricks, when somebody bests them, they a lot of times like to cry cheater, cheater. They like to whine and cry about how it's not fair. Life is perfectly fair. If bad things happen to you, that's just nature. If somebody didn't have to work half as hard as you, that's just life. Life in itself is perfectly fair because it's also a game of chance. Life is perfectly fair because you get dealt the cards you're needed. Even if you don't see it, you get dealt the cards you're needed. But how you play them cards, well, that's entirely up to you. Now, we're reaching right about the halfway marker of this episode. So I'm going to take this time, introduce you guys to a little bit of merch, and we're going to take a minute to take a break. If you happen to watch ads with this video, please remember that some of us on YouTube actually make a living from those ads. So please don't dislike the video if there is an ad during the break point. What's up, guys? Real quick before we get back to our little video, I wanted to take a couple of minutes to let you guys know we got a little something special going on. If you like our video and you like our content, please like and hit that subscribe button to see more of the show once it uh, comes out with later episodes. And we are currently in the midst of working on a website to house our merchandise, uh, whether it be for this show or any of the other Elding Stommer projects. We actually intend to have quite a few of them out there. Something special that we've got going on right now, and this is, sort of a big giveaway for us, is we are trying to reach 500 subscribers. Um, so by March 1st, the first 500 subscribers that we get, uh, one person for each 100 subscribers will be selected at random to receive a gift pack and a free membership to some of our more exclusive content where you can kind of see some of the behind the scenes stuff, uh, important interviews, and things of such. So we're really happy to be announcing that, and we want to make sure you guys are, being compensated fairly because you take the time to watch the show, you take the time to uh, view our content, which means you're interested in us, and we want to thank you for that. So, to the first 500 subscribers, on our YouTube channel, uh, we will actually pick 5 people out of 500, and we're going to select these people at random. We are going to send a giveaway box, which will have a T-shirt, some knickknacks, basically stuff that we're going to have on our merch page. Anyway, you just got it absolutely free simply by being one of the 500 subscribers. If we don't reach 500 subscribers by March 1st, then clearly the contest will be off. Uh, we're trying to grow our channel here on YouTube, and we want to make sure uh, that we do so in a fair fashion, because there are a lot of other YouTubers out there. There are a lot of other content creators out there who start out on YouTube or even work exclusively with YouTube, uh, simply because they value and cherish their creative ability. Um, they all had to come up the exact same way. So we're looking for the support of our viewers. If you have some friends you think might be interested in the show, please let them know. First five. What's up, guys, and welcome back to the X Storm Show. I'm your host, Apex Rebel X. And so, pretty much before this, I was going on a little bit of a rant about, having self confidence and, you know, the types of confidence that we have in ourselves and everything like that. So, I'm going to take a little bit of time to give you guys a bit of an update on how things are going with our current projects. Um, in the first episode, I mentioned we have 2 projects that we are currently working on as of this moment. Uh, they're both uh, they're both 3D animated. They're rendered in Iray. The one I'm gonna mention is the one I've kind of been working on all week. It has completely drained me having to render all of these shots that I've animated so far. And on top of that, I'm gonna let you guys know that an update for the other project, the Forsaken Crusader project, will be available next week, as we tend to kind of flip flop between these projects each week. So that way we can change it up a bit and keep it interesting here in the studio. So with that being said, I'm pretty sure everybody's noticed that I'm now wearing a headset. Um, that's because pardon me. I honestly forgot to take my headset off when I was having to listen to the portions of the recordings that we have done before this, just to make sure there's, nothing that's going to cause any sort of issue or anything like that. So that's why I'm wearing a headset, is because I forgot to take it off. Uh, anyway, things are going quite well with Alpha 30. The the little epiphany I had previous to the first episode's recording, it's turning out to actually help out a lot, not just with the Alpha 30 project, but with Forsaken Crusader project as well. Come Monday morning, we're going to be uh, continuing the renders and all the animations we have there, as these are the 2 projects that are, the most developed within the studio's development slate. Um, so, in all actuality, I've gotten about, you know, about 3 minutes fully rendered in already, and I thought about giving you guys a sneak peek within this video, But I noticed during editing the last time that kind of created like an ultimate nightmare. It was a nightmare to edit, and I'm gonna try to do that a little bit differently later on down the line when I have a little bit more footage to work with. So yeah. Pardon me. As mentioned before, I am still recovering from a chest cold, so or head cold. My apologies. And yeah, I'm still coughing stuff up. So anyway, um, currently the update on that situation is that I'm now at the point in the story where they are on, where the special ops team, the main characters, are on Alpha 30 now. I'm not going to promise that you guys get a sneak peek in the next show because the next show is uh, likely going to have some newer features to it. There is a chance that I uh, might have a little bit of a vote on the next episode because something that I am actually happy to announce is uh, our YouTube account also allows us to create YouTube shorts. And shorts get passed around faster than a joint in a campfire. Um, so what we kind of wanted to start doing is we want to start taking some of our best combat sequences and kind of synchronizing these scenes into like music videos. Yes, I know I'm basically explaining every AMV and GMV out there, but come on. You can't deny if you're the type of person that watches those, then you already know how enjoyable it is not having to see the gameplay mechanics themselves, but rather seeing the cutscenes and the fight sequences all compiled into a music video that just flows. I listen to at least 30 of these game videos a day, and in all honesty, it is a great idea. And on top of that, this also gives everybody in the studio kind of a chance to contribute creatively. Because some people can't write a screenplay, but they have an awesome idea for a fight scene. Some people can't play music. Some people have wonderful websites that have pre keyed instruments recorded right there on the website, and it's easy to make them. Some people even download royalty free music. It is a blessing in the entertainment industry, especially when you're an independent studio with limited funds. So, yeah, even though the independent industry is larger and definitely has a harder time dealing with funds than Hollywood, we still know how to hunt down free shit and make it work. Hey, if you think about it in retrospect, you're fertilizing a field because your company is your crop. You're fertilizing your field with free shit. Free shit still makes flowers grow. Nah, sorry, that was probably a terrible reference, and I hope like hell I don't get kicked off of YouTube for that, but it's still funny. So something that we are really hoping to kind of do is just take like 2 or 3 days out of the week where we only work on one project for half a day, the actual story aspect of it. Just a couple of days out of the week will uh, take those days and only work on the actual stories half the day, and the other half of the day switch it up to put these videos together for you guys, simply because we want to really expand the amount of content that we're putting out there. We know you guys want to see some action, you want to see some sword fighting, some gunplay. I mean, who wouldn't? You guys would absolutely love these little teasers, and I'd love to see you figure out over half the projects that they belong to. I mean, surely enough, if you've seen the first episode, you've probably seen at least two of our projects, but we have many others that are on the books. We just don't have them on the slate for this year. For us, a development slate is what we can do from January to December. So we really try not to push that two project boundary too much because of the fact that, we have costs. Even though our 3D assets can be used over and 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 over again, you know, it still doesn't help the fact that making movies are not cheap. Making a TV series is not cheap. It is expensive and it is hard and it is a royal pain in the ass. But when you're like me and you enjoy what you do, you have to take the good with the bad. And hence that's what I'm going to bring into this second half of the show is a little bit of a life lesson I have had to learn. And a lot of people out there are still kind of learning it is life is rarely ever Candyland for the working class, even if you enjoy what you do. There is no such thing as the perfect job out there. Every job, I don't care what position you're in, what industry you're in, every job out there has shit you don't want to deal with. But in all actuality, you have to. If life was so grand all the time, we would all be we would be extinct. Everything being so easy and done for us, it would only make life boring. We would start conflict just for the sake of excitement. But at the same time, life never gives you really more than you can handle. And in life, you have to learn temperance. For those of you out there who may be unaware, the term temperance actually means moderation, taking the good with the bad. Now, I know it is easy for a lot of people out there to just be straight up pessimists. I can understand that. I understand that better than most. As somebody who is diagnosed with depression, I understand how it is easy to lose your way when all you can see is dark. So, this is kind of going to be a little bit of a humbling bit of advice for everyone is keep your expectations realistic. Pardon me. Uh, keep your expectations realistic and you'll never be disappointed. Now, I know that's not how the old saying goes. The old saying goes, always expect the worst and you'll never be disappointed. Well, that's for pessimists. You're being a pessimist by only expecting the worst. Something that I naturally do is I always calculate the income. Or, excuse me, the outcome of things. If I choose this path, there's a 40% chance it could backfire. If I choose this path, there's only a 30% chance that I'll succeed. And so you see where I have a predicament. I tend to weigh out the odds way too much in every decision that I make. Pardon me. Every decision that I make is weighed out like this. And it is a royal pain. It is a pain being the person that has to foresee the odds, that has to do the math. Yeah, I don't tend to be wrong very much on the outcome of things. But even I will tell you that a lot of times, the parts of the equation that actually get us are the parts we never see coming. The factors that do not present themselves until later in the issue. Now, we're going to take a small break at this point. Uh, like I said before, if you happen to end up with, a couple of ads, please, by all means, watch them. Try not to get annoyed with us because this is kind of how we're trying to make our revenue, folks. And even though it's not much, it's something, and it's a way to build upon. So we'll be right back with you, and uh, we'll be preparing to close down this show uh, here soon. So, and welcome back, you guys. Sorry, having to adjust the camera a second. So, I finished giving you guys the update on that Alpha 30 project. Uh, Pretty much you probably won't be seeing any of the combat sequences I was talking about probably until the next show, and combat sequences from Forsaken Crusader in the show thereafter, as I'm pretty sure maximum capability will probably be 1 to 2 videos a week. That's about all the time I can spend on it. But if I'm able to do more, I sure enough will. So, putting that part aside, I just want to send out a couple of special thanks to some people out there. My mother, my brother, all my family down in South Carolina. I miss you dearly. Uh, Also, um, I'm gonna kind of give you guys a little bit of advice for this closing segment of the show. Um, if anyone out there is struggling, no matter what industry you're in, no matter whether you're in film, animation, you could be a chef, you could be, a landscaper, for all I care. I mean, no matter what you do, there's a little bit of advice I want to give you guys, and this is kind of a biggie. If you enjoy what you do, true, you'll never work a day in your life. But always remember that no job is ever without its bullshit. Stuff you don't want to do, stuff you don't want to have to deal with. Like I said before, whether you are an owner or somebody who has a position within a company, no matter what you do what you do with pride. If you're not working your dream job already, then the only thing that's stopping you is your outlook on your own situation. Coming up in this industry, I had to make a lot of wrong turns. These are wrong turns that most people would either say, "Oh, that was a rookie move," or "Oh, you should have known better." Yeah, woulda, coulda, shoulda. That doesn't matter. You've got to make a few wrong turns in life. Otherwise, you won't learn anything. And something that I'm having to learn is that right at the moment, my resources are not as grand as other studios out there. I mean, literally, I am a small family built operation. None of us are really getting paid at the moment. But we are hoping to build up to where we can get paid. And we're doing it the right way. Now, I know most people will tell you nice guys, they finish last for a reason. That's because we play fair, we fight clean, and we don't let anything stop us. No matter how dirty somebody else is playing, you know, we don't let it stop us. No matter what is going on in your life currently, always remember that the key is consistency. The harder your battle, the sweeter your victory. I'm Apex Rebel X, and this is the X Storm Show. See you guys next time. Remember, if you like our video, please hit the like button. If you don't mind, subscribe to our channel to get further updates on future episodes and to see some other cool stuff that we'll have on the page. We're going to start developing this page pretty quickly now that we have a pretty good map of how to do things. With Eldingstommer Entertainment, good night.